Welcome to Spelling Bee Ninja, where education meets inspiration. We invite you to subscribe to our podcast for free and embark on a journey through the fascinating stories of history. Together, we'll explore pivotal moments, remarkable events, and the impactful figures that shaped our world. Join our community of learners and discover the world of knowledge waiting for you. Today, we explore one of the most transformative periods in world history, the French Revolution. This era was characterized by the people's uprising against centuries of monarchy and oppression, leading to significant political and social changes in France and beyond. It began on July 14, 1789, with the storming of the Bastille, a fortress and prison that symbolized royal tyranny. Angry Parisian citizens sought to liberate political prisoners and collect weapons, marking a powerful moment where the populace took a stand against the monarchy, setting forth the events that would reshape an entire nation. The fall of the Bastille became revered as a symbol of freedom and rebellion, and today, it is celebrated as Bastille Day in France, a testament to the revolutionary spirit. At this time, the unpopular King Louis XVI ruled France. His inability to address the issues plaguing his subjects, such as poverty and food shortages, fueled discontent and ignited the revolutionary fervor. As commoners, known as the Third Estate, became increasingly frustrated with their lack of representation, they began to unify and organize in pursuit of political reform. This led to the pivotal Tennis Court Oath on June 20, 1789, where deputies of the Third Estate vowed not to disband until a new constitution was established, proclaiming that true political power resided with the people, not the crown. The revolution sparked intense debates about liberty, equality, and fraternity, principles that would soon guide the nation's future. Between 1793 and 1794, the Reign of Terror marked one of the bloodiest and most chaotic periods of the Revolution. Under the leadership of the radical Jacobin, Maximilien Robespierre, the revolutionary government sought to eliminate perceived threats to the revolution. This led to widespread paranoia and a culture of fear, resulting in approximately 17,000 official executions, including that of King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette. Though often vilified for her extravagance, Marie Antoinette represented more than just a monarch. She became a symbol of the old regime that the revolution sought to dismantle. Born an Austrian archduchess, she married Louis XVI to solidify an alliance, yet her lavish lifestyle stood in stark contrast to the suffering of the French populace. The infamous phrase, "let them eat cake," attributed to her during a bread shortage, although likely misquoted, epitomized the disconnect between the monarchy and its people. However, the revolution wasn't just a protest against kings and queens, it was an upheaval of societal norms. The Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, drafted in August 1789, encapsulated the revolution's ideals. Drawing inspiration from Enlightenment thinkers such as Rousseau and Locke, it proclaimed that all men are born free and equal in rights and emphasized liberty, property, and the resistance to oppression as sacred principles. This document became one of the cornerstones of modern democracy. As turmoil continued to engulf France, the struggle for power showcased a nation in chaos. In a remarkable shift, Napoleon Bonaparte emerged as a key figure who would ultimately put an end to this radical phase of the revolution. In November 1799, he staged a coup against the ruling Directory, establishing himself as first consul and later proclaiming himself emperor. With the Napoleonic Code, he reformed legal structures and influenced civil law across the globe. In another essential event, the Women's March on Versailles in October 1789 illustrated the significant role of women in the revolution. Thousands of women, angered by the soaring bread prices, marched from Paris to the Palace of Versailles, demanding to see the king and forcing him and his family to return with them to Paris. This event starkly displayed that the monarchy was no longer insulated from the needs and grievances of its subjects. Additionally, the Civil Constitution of the Clergy, passed in July 1790, aimed to bring the Catholic Church under state control, creating a rift that would alienate many loyal Catholics from the revolution altogether. This internal conflict highlighted the complexity of revolutionary change, which far exceeded mere political shifts. As the revolution progressed, it led to the Thermidorian reaction in July 1794, a coup that ultimately brought an end to the Reign of Terror. Robespierre and his radical allies were seen as threats to the revolution. The fear of tyranny even among revolutionists prompted their downfall, which led to a more moderate phase of governance known as the Directory. The French Revolution ultimately left a profound legacy that would shape not just France but inspire movements for democracy and civil rights around the world. Its exploration of human rights, equality, and republicanism paved the way for subsequent revolutions and laid the foundations of modern democratic thought. The French Revolution serves as a reminder that the fight for justice and equality is ongoing and that the power of the people can bring about change, even in the face of great adversity. It is a complex tapestry of events and individuals that revolutionized the thinking of generations. Through its lessons, we understand that history is not just a series of dates and events but a living narrative that continues to influence our lives today. To recap, the French Revolution was a period of monumental change that began with the storming of the Bastille and culminated in the establishment of new republican ideals. From the revolution's core ideas of liberty and equality, influencing documents like the Declaration of the Rights of Man, to its impact on figures such as Napoleon Bonaparte, along with the roles played by women and societal upheaval, this era fundamentally transformed France and contributed to global discourses on democracy and human rights. The Reign of Terror, the rise and fall of leaders, and the radical shift in societal structures exemplify how deeply interconnected oppression, governance, and the quest for equality are. Thank you for joining us on this episode exploring the depths of the French Revolution. We hope it has ignited your interest in history and its lasting impact on our world today. Don't forget to subscribe for more engaging educational content. Remember, history is more than just the past, it's a continuous story we all share. Until next time, keep learning and stay curious.